If you're new to extraction shooters and marathon, one of the things you're going to first notice is how much loot you start picking up each run. Your inventory is going to fill up really quickly. When this starts to happen, you're going to feel pressure on what do you need to drop and what do you need to keep. In this video, I want to walk you through a simple way to think about loot so you can make better decisions through your runs and not waste inventory space or things that don't really help your progression overall. If you're interested in how loot works in general, or just how the game works in general, look for my other two videos, either in the marathon playlist or in the description in this video. Again, early on, it's tempting to grab everything you see. But marathon is an extraction shooter, which means your inventory space is limited and every item you carry has an opportunity cost. And one thing to keep in mind, different items take up different amounts of slots within an inventory. So that's something else you're gonna have to keep in mind. There's really a simple way to kind of think about loot within marathon. First off, does this item help with my progression? How valuable is it in the amount of space it takes in my inventory? And does it help me survive the run I'm currently in? If you keep those three questions in mind, most loot decisions become much easier. So let's talk about first progression loot. These are items that feed into systems like factions, upgrades, or crafting. These items, when you hover them, are going to say something like salvage on them. A lot of them at the very beginning that you're really going to be interested in are things that say unstable. But again, it depends on particular factions. Again, factions I will talk about in a future video. What these will do is you'll go up a faction track and you'll actually be able to unlock stronger gear that you'll be able to purchase outside of the game, more expansion slots, or additional things that can help you on a daily basis. So think of these as like vendors that you use in other games. This is what you need to do to kind of continue to get better gear outside of the game, even if you lose gear inside of a run. From a long-term gameplay progression standpoint, this is probably the first thing you need to do. The second thing are going to be high-value loot items. These are going to be pretty easy to look at because you'll see when you get rid of them, they trade in for basically credits. Those credits will also allow you to buy things and to level up outside of an individual match. Now, these items are a little bit bigger. They can take up to 4 inventory slots, but again, they sell for the same amount, more than what you would have if you took those 4 items and sold them outside of the game. So that's where they can come in really handy. Finally, survival loot. So these are things that you need inside the game. These are, things to heal you, things to replenish your shields, ammo, combat boosters. Those things can be helpful too. But again, those are helpful in individual fights. You want to be careful about not just completely filling up on them. So for instance, you only need so much ammo in a game. Now, you do have to be careful. You have to balance it. But again, if you do some of the upgrades we talked about earlier, you'll be able to replenish and buy ammo outside of the game, outside of the individual run. Now, the other question you're probably going to ask is, what about guns? What about implants? What about cores? Well, those things are good too. Keep in mind, they take up a ton of inventory slots. So if you do see a better gun, definitely grab it. But just be careful about trying to grab every gun you see. They don't trade in for a lot of credits, and they take up a ton of space. Same with implants, same with cores. So where you see one that kind of fits your play style and you have time, go ahead. But the problem is a lot of times you're in a hurry to pick up loot. So if you're in a hurry, that's the purpose of this guide. What do you want to keep when you're in a hurry, and what do you want to drop? The other thing to think about is this current item that I'm picking up better than something that's in my inventory? If it is, keep it. If it's not, drop the other thing. Early in the game, your priority should be to get items that contribute to your long-term progression. Faction materials and crafting components will unlock stronger gear and make future runs easier. Credits and valuables are still useful, but progression systems usually have a much bigger long-term impact. So again, this guide is focused on what you're doing initially when you get in the game in your first runs. As you get more comfortable and your builds become more fleshed out, you kind of know what you're targeting, then you can kind of change your strategy. But initially, this is going to help you understand what loot to extract with. And again, remember these 3 questions. Does it help progression? How valuable is the space it takes? And does it help you survive your run you're currently in? Because again, you still have to survive the run to get the loot extracted. Thinking about loot this way will help you make much better decisions during your run. In the next video, I'm going to talk about factions, because a lot of the loot you are extracting with feeds directly into the progression system. And that's going to be as you get through your first few runs. That's going to be the next thing you're going to need to think about. That's the video. If you like the video, feel free to like it, subscribe to my channel, jump my Discord. I'll see you runners on Tall Setting.